If you've been around sports long enough, surely you've seen a team think pink. From pink penalty flags in the NFL to completely pinked out fans at Worthen Arena. It's an effort to raise awareness for breast cancer, a cause abstract to many, sometimes difficult to wrap your head around, until it hits close to home.
At first we thought it couldn't be. There was no way it could be because there was no breast cancer in no cancer period in my family.
I mean, my heart just sank because the only person I knew that had breast cancer had died. And now my mom has it, and you know what's going to happen next.
Ball State senior Katie Murphy's mother, Connie, was diagnosed with breast cancer 6 years ago. She and her husband kept the discovery a secret from Katie and her brother for about a week, waiting until they knew for sure before breaking the news.
She stayed very close to my side for probably 3 weeks. I couldn't shake her away. I loved spending that time with her, but I had to put on the happy face at that time.
I slept on my mom's floor next to her bed for about 3 weeks after the surgery, and you know, I just was so scared to lose her. Like, my mom is gonna die. I don't know enough about this, and I'm so young. I don't know.
Played a lot of checkers. I think I beat her a lot too. A lot of times it was just quiet time and watching TV and just trying to be normal.
Being like a 16-year-old girl, that's probably the time in your life where you're just like, you don't want to be around your parents, and like you're embarrassed by everything they do. And I was probably in the middle of that phase, and I think our relationship just grew stronger. Like, I didn't have any of that then because all I cared about was, you know, the thought of losing my mom.
This year alone, more than 200,000 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer. And even with advances in medicine, 40,000 will die. A harrowing statistic, and one Murphy beat in 2008. But the process wasn't, and isn't, easy.
You have to be very positive. You try to stay focused. There are days that you're down. You just can't let yourself be down too long.
She would comfort us more than we could comfort her. And I think that was all around comforting for her, to be the one to still be taking care of us and still trying to make us feel better when she in fact is the one that's like sick.
Family became central to Connie's fight. It's in the second round of chemotherapy when your hair starts to fall out. And that experience in particular was one she didn't go through alone.
We went downstairs to the garage and they put a garbage bag around me and they all took turns shaving my head. So it was a good process that they got to partake in because it's a hard thing to do.
I wanted to shave my head too. I was like, I will do it. Like, I'm serious, Mom. Like, but she wouldn't let me.
Now, the game of basketball runs deep through the Murphy family. Not only does Katie play, but her brother too. Their father was Katie's longtime coach growing up. And their uncle, Connie's brother, is first-year Drake head coach Ray Giacoletti. So maybe the next part of this story isn't all that surprising. Among the many things that helped get Connie and her family through her battle with breast cancer was, in fact, the game of basketball itself.
A month before I was diagnosed, Katie's teammate on her travel basketball team had called her and told her her mother had been diagnosed with breast cancer. Sometimes when you hear the worst news of your life, it actually was good news that I had someone to walk through it with me.
And I think that having people that truly knew what you were going through and dealing with, and she already had strong friendships in both of them, to be able to confide in them, and they leaned on each other a lot, and I think that helped her a lot.
The mothers of AAU teammate Lauren Cash and high school teammate Danielle Desjardins joined Connie's fight. It's Desjardins' battle, though, that Katie still carries with her most. See, that winter, the pair led their Richwoods High School basketball team to a state championship, fulfilling Katie's end of a long-established bet with her dad. If she won states, then she could get a tattoo. So she did, and she did. And now when things get tough, Katie just looks to her side, and everything's all right.
She's just so strong when I think about all of it. Just, you could think you're having the worst day. I mean, especially having to watch my mom go through chemo, and the side effects of chemo are just horrendous. I mean, I could be having a terrible day, and it's not that hard. It's way better than what some people are going through.
Perspective. Enough that even after a gut-wrenching overtime loss to MAC leader Central Michigan, a game the Cards once led by 19 points, maybe the most impactful part of the evening had no actual bearing on the game at all.
It's neat to see the girls in pink tonight.
Joel Godette for BallStateSports.com.